It is ridiculous and it is against the laws of nature that we can have somebody sitting pretty who takes home more money than the credible entrepreneur who is doing actual production of goods and services.
We always say it as it is.
It is only in this country that when a thief is arrested, you hear elders from their tribe saying, he is our son and he is our thief.
If you are deviant
Yes.
and I call you leader, probably you are already a leader, but you are leading in the wrong direction.
We want to see the role of the youth
Yeah.
in the security,
Yes.
governance,
Yes.
and development.
The youth that I meet and work with here, you know, we call them the millennials and X's and Y's, this and that. They don't necessarily want to live like their fathers and grandfathers, do business like their fathers and grandfathers. They're more independent, they're better educated, and they're the ones that are making everything move in this region.
We look at the issues, we talk about issues that impact people's lives in Africa.
The African peoples themselves continue to cheer bad leaders, and because they cheer them on, they continue to be misled.
Let me ask you, doctor, would you rather be somebody who does not enjoy so much freedom but you are rich?
Yes.
Or you'd rather be poor who you are actually imprisoned by the poverty itself?
My goal is not to come here and say, I want the majority ownership, I want to own this, I want to own that, I want to do this. My goal is we all make money and we're all happy, and I help build a big business here.
Punchline is for Africa, with Africa, from Africa.
Afternoon, viewers. Thank you very much, viewers, wherever you are in Africa. Thank you very much for watching Punchline Africa from the political mobile unit of the Punchline Africa television, broadcasting all the way on the mobile scene near Bomas of Kenya. Good afternoon. I'm being very honest. I'm doing a trial of what is going to be transmitted tomorrow. I am very lucky I got my VVIP card. I will be there. I will transmit live from the political command center in the Bomas of Kenya. High is the light there. Is that okay? I wanted to know from Miriam, please.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, thank you very much. You want me to... Are you hearing me properly now?
We can hear you. Fantastic. We can hear you very well.
Fantastic. I want the acoustics, what is called the study of acoustics, to remain intact. Bring it down there.
All right.
The acoustics to remain intact. So I'm testing the machines for tomorrow in Bomas of Kenya. Sean Wesonga, Professor Onyari, Javan Karanja, Miriam Ogoto, live from Bomas of Kenya in the mobile unit this afternoon. I went there as an advance team for Punchline Africa television. We are busy testing the equipment right from here to see how we shall be transmitting live in well-clad suits, ready for the BBI in Kenya. Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in Europe. You are still in the morning hours in America. Thank you very much. For us, we have already crossed the equator. We are down, so going towards the Tropic of Cancer, and there's Tropic of Capricorn. We are crossing the Tropic of Capricorn, not Cancer. Remember, Cancer is in Sahara. Am I right, Miriam? I'm teaching geography here. Am I right, Wesonga?
Yeah, sure.
Tropic of Cancer is Sahara. Remember this. You might go for your job interview and they ask you, where is the Tropic of Cancer? You say it is near Johannesburg. And you come back telling your husband or your wife that, oh, you know, the job was 400,000 shillings, but I missed because I didn't know where the Tropic of Cancer is. Tropic of Capricorn is in the south. Hey, man, get it. Some people don't read in this country. Thank you very much. Some people in Africa don't read. They read the names. I told you 4 years ago, the only way out to get Kenya out of the mess is a redemption strategy. Isn't it here today? Anybody who can sing, is sing, Anybody who says more? Onyari, this is very exciting. Remember, prophets are never welcome at their homes. They are chased away because they are too bright. I am Paul in Judea. I came to preach the policy of reconciliation. Good afternoon, Miriam Ogutu, from the general headquarters. Back to you, bring the subject. Today, yesterday, 900, how many people? 900 something.
Yes.
Mr. President, again, what I always say come to pass. What you always say on this, I have now been joined by some other people who are not related to Prophet Elijah and Elisha in the studios. They always say, I told you, don't take the children to school. I told you people have bad manners. I told you people drink so much. They even dance up to 3 a.m., 4 a.m. They have even bought what we call acoustic sound proof. Even when the police is outside, unless the door is open, you can't know there is a dance inside. What type of people are these who like to dance more than their own health? They like to dance more than their health of their bodies. They don't care. They think Corona is gone. Corona is here. Corona is around. Wear your mask. Even in Bomas of Kenya, we are practicing to wear the mask. Thank you very much. And here I am. Thank you, back to you in the general headquarters as I put on my mask. And this is us to say, sound an SOS to get a mask. This afternoon, before Miriam comes in, we want to tackle subjects on a serious note. 1, BBI, Kenya, songa mbele. Kenya, songa mbele. Kenya, songa mbele. Hakuna kurudi nyuma. Somebody is saying he's coming with terms. What tough terms I put? Where? What tough terms? What terms you lost your chance? You didn't come to contribute. You have to come with the terms that are laid tomorrow. Protocol is very clear. What a day tomorrow, man. William, I can't believe it. You know, I'm also among those dignitaries called. I have just looked at my French suit. No, German suit. You will see me well organized. And I would like Wesonga to come and broadcast. I don't want to do this. This is a day when I just want to listen. You know, for us experts of conflict resolution, we just speak a few words. I can hear so many people making, silly, veiled minds like Chebukati. Mr. Chebukati, you are very delayed. You have eaten a lot of money. Why don't you go home and build your farm? Stop. You thought you would be there to stand by your friend. We know your night meetings that you have been conducting. Now we have caught you with your trousers not in even the knees, but in the ankle and the knee and the here, hips. We got your trouser shaking, Mr. Chebukati. Thank you very much. You better pack and go home. Viewers, this is Punchline Africa Television across Africa. Today we shall look at Zimbabwe. All African countries are standing up today. Take a minute, 1 minute, and say no sanctions. Just say that word only. God is going to hear. Trump will remove these sanctions. Trump will wake up one morning and say, where is Zimbabwe on the map? We don't know where it is. Remove the sanctions. Say one word, remove the sanctions. Across in Nigeria, things come to Omofia clan. They are falling apart. In Nigeria, the killings rise up every day. Boko Haram kills, the army is killing, the police is killing. Is the leadership of Nigeria dead? Across in Nigeria, I would like, when we reach Nigeria, I've sent a clip to Stephen. Is Stephen around the studio? Mm-hmm. There's a clip in Plateau State. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is this the Africa that we want? Is this the Africa that we want? Across down in the top, it's the part of Africa. Is it a scientific elections? What is scientific? President Museveni, explain a bit. You know, usually you bring very good terms, like the sowing of the mustard seed. You sow the mustard seed, everybody accepted fundamental change, not change of God. Have we reached a scientific election now in Uganda? How scientific is the elections in Uganda? Miriam is an expert on Uganda, and she usually analyzes it very well without bias. When it reaches Uganda, bias. So I want to analyze and keep up. South, we have Tanzania. Is Tanzania nearing the danger zone? After 28th of October, what next, Tanzania? Is it going to remain the same? We have rebels, ISIS rebels, planted in Tanzania, south of Ruvuma, in Chingwea, fighting insurgency, taking territory. Is Tanzania slowly being used or coming to an angle of disintegration? Mozambique, across the border of Ruvuma River, Mozambique is bleeding in Cape Delgado. Gracias,
Cabo
Delgado. Mm-hmm. Some ISIS Arab men have arrived there, taken up arms. They are fighting in Mozambique. Who planted them there? They are looking for oil and the gas reserves. Those are the topics today. But in Kenya, first, I want to pay my tribute to the foreign hero, Zamba Gitonga. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul embolden the people of Kenya in the constitutional making tomorrow. Uncle, you went when you had already said you need a hybrid system. You wanted a legacy of constitutionalism to have the hybrid system where power cannot concentrate in one angle. Let's have the Prime Minister, the Deputy, and others performing, and the President looking for money and other things for the country, protecting the national integrity of the country. Hallelujah. And we are not going to take chances here. After all, Jesus said, when you are faced with a situation, you must encounter another one and then also produce an equal accountability. to the encountered situation. I don't know whether Mr. Wesonga will agree with me. For every situation, there is an equal encountered solution to the encountered one. Forget you don't just come and say you will come with terms. Who are you? You come with terms. Is it yours? You refuse to come. Now you come with terms for who? You just humble, eat your pie, arrive and engage. After all, you know, there are people in Africa who went to school, but saw the blackboard, but because they were hungry for power, they forgot some rules. One of them is the Deputy President of Kenya. He forgets rules all the time. He has forgotten that he has been invited. Because he told his supporters that I am not a party. I don't work in the government. I earn the salary, but I use the house for meeting local teams, Mahwilbaro, Makokoteni, Masementi, Madwaya Karina. Yes, all this. The man has turned a government house into a warehouse. That's one of the most important things Professor Nyari should take up as a Kenyan, that a government house should never be used as a warehouse for storage of mokokoteni, wheelbarrow, hair dryer, machine warming, machine growing, machine what? It is against the regulations of government stores. All government institutions are kept out of illicit trade. An illicit trade, goods that have been illicit. Even some people's shops were broken into as Nigeria collapsed. As we move. Thank you very much, Miriam. Tell us about this thing called COVID-19. And then we go from there, and then you bring us these good headlines that are here. There you are. That is all. And then throw us in the game. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor, there for that introduction. And of course, together with us in the panel is Professor Jared Onyari. Professor, very good afternoon to you.
I've already greeted them. If he has disappeared, leave him.
He's disappeared.
He's coming back.
All right.
I've greeted all of them. Just hammer the whole thing. We go.
All right. There. Okay, fine.
Prof has run to get the document that he is going to take to court tomorrow.
All right, very well. As you wait for that, all right, Kenya confirmed cases this afternoon on COVID-19 stands at 48,790. The death toll in the country is 896 cases. Recoveries is 33,876. And Uganda, the cases right now have topped 11,297. The death toll is 99. Recoveries is 7,281. And Zimbabwe, the figures at 8,269 cases. The death toll is 236. The recovery is 7,785. And let me see which other country there. Perhaps Nigeria, since we'll be talking about Nigeria, the cases there have gone up at 61,805 cases. The death toll is 1,127. Recoveries is 56,985. The total figures in Africa this afternoon is 1,620,570 confirmed cases. The number of people who have died from COVID-19 in the continent stands at 41,335 cases, and the recovery so far is at 1,365,575, and the global figures have topped 43 million. 0.007, and also the global deaths are at 1,155,596, and the global recoveries is at 31,712,146. So that is where we stand in regards to COVID-19 this afternoon. All right, so now let's turn our attention to the headlines. I think also some of this has to do with what we're going to look at today. And of course, Doctor has already talked of the death of a constitutionalist there. And the next part is the BBI, what next for Kenya? And then number 3, too late for new terms. So let's just look at the headlines. Down the Sunday newspaper says Ruto, tough terms on BBI. And down there it asks which way he swing. Insiders say the deputy president has no problem backing the BBI proposals, some of which seek to drastically alter how the country is governed, but he wants guarantees that his views on a number of issues will be factored in before the document is subjected to a referendum. And this is the Tanga demand notes, as the Sunday Nation there puts it. Tanga demand notes. Interesting. And point number 1, what deputy president side wants. Tanga's views are captured in the referendum bill before Parliament. And then number 2, the demand is Kenyans to vote on specific issues instead of yes or no on a subject cluster. And number 3, a place at the high table where decisions are made and not to be treated as a cheering squad. Number 4, President Kenyatta to host a party parliamentary group meeting to take a position on the report. And number 5, a document rich in matters economy and not political positions there for a few. Professor.
Miriam, the train left the station long time ago.
Is this man mad?
And having said that, Miriam, nobody was stopped from taking his or her views to the steering committee, Miriam. These are the views of our Kenyans. And we cannot keep on opening that you present your views. So where we have reached, Miriam, and to be very honest, you read the document, embrace it or refuse it. Trying to tell that they have the Jubilee to have their in-house meeting. What has it to do with Kenyans? Kenyans now, what we have is waiting for tomorrow for BBI to be launched at Bomas. We are reading it, and then, Miriam, we take a position whether you are for yes or for no. We cannot keep on correcting views. We had BBI 1. We got an opportunity to say, is it what you thought? And you did not take your demands or your views. You have been misleading people. You have been talking about other things. And now you have been ashamed. So he has got no choice to follow the document or review it so that we meet at the parrot. That's what I have to say, Miriam.
Daniel.
Not want to waste a lot of time there.
All right, very well. Daniel, Deputy President there, according to the Sunday Nation, is saying that he's saying he really does not have a problem with the BBI proposals, but he's asking if he wants to be guaranteed that views on a number of his views on a number of issues will be factored in before the document is subjected to a referendum. And on top of that, he's saying this document should be rich in matters economy and not political positions for a few.
Yes, thank you, Miriam. First and foremost, I'd really like to side and trot the same path as Professor Jared Donyari. You remember on March 8, 2018, we had the handshake, and from the handshake between the former opposition leader and President Uhuru Kenyatta, they came out with 9 key agendas, which formed the basis of bringing up the BBI report. And these 9 key issues were deemed to be the problem that have been developing the Republic of Kenya in terms of cohesion and integration, resource distribution, as well as matters of leadership and integrity, among many other issues that were there at that time. And therefore, when the BBI task force were given this 9-point agenda, which also represent the problem that the Kenyan people are facing, which are not adequately addressed in our constitution, they went around the country through public participation consultative forums, where they called upon Kenyans of various interest groups, from religious, socio-economic, young people, people with disabilities, and various stakeholders, to come before the committee and be able to submit whatever views they thought that they were of importance that could be incorporated into the BBI report. And for a record, Miriam, they held over 93 consultative meetings, including across the 47 counties, at the ICC and also in their offices. They even went further to create more room for those ones who could not attend the consultative public participation meeting by opening an email address where people could email their memorandum to the committee for consideration. And also they were also receiving written memorandum in their office, and they received 204 email memorandum and 106 written memorandum at their office. So therefore, these are process which was open to each and every Kenyan of whichever ethnic descent, of whichever political, religious alienation. So to me, it's very unfortunate that the deputy president, all this ever appeared before these committees and be able to submit his views, only to come out when the report now is ripe for implementation to claim and put some demands on how it should be done. And number two, Miriam, the deputy president is the deputy party leader of the Jubilee Party. If he has, as you know right now, most political parties have already taken positions on the BBI report. We saw the other day KANU coming out strongly to back the report. ODM has been backing the same report. And the Jubilee Party has not only been an equal player in the BBI report, but a leading player in it, because we've seen President Uhuru Kenyatta really drumming up support for this report and saying that it is not a political report. Rather, it is a people-driven agenda, which is there to ensure that Kenya moves from the competitive politics of winner takes it all to where every and single Kenyan will cast their ballot and go home quite satisfied, knowing that whatever come may, they will be part and parcel of the of government. And that's why we have even a provision in BPI that the leader of opposition has to have an office in a seat in parliament and have a shadow cabinet which is facilitated financially and politically by the government of the day to ensure that they fare well in their duties to hold the government of the day accountable. So if William Ruto has problems with the BBI report, I think some of those demand notes that are enlisted on the newspaper today are issues which he can be able to go and sort out with his boss at the party level. Those are not national demands, and that is what they should be restricted to. So to me, I feel like these are small matter. He should be able to sit and address them with his boss.
All right, very well. Javen. Yes, Doc, before you come in, Javen, Deputy President saying, you know what, I know before this thing is ready, but on top of whatever else Kenyans have said, I have some things I need to say, and I might need for you to take it because I need it factored in the document that is the BBI. And one of the key demands there of DP Ruto is President Kenyatta to host a party parliamentary group meeting to take a position on the report. Why would you think DP would make this demand? And also, this change of tune, I thought he was just against the BBI full stop.
Thank you very much, Miriam. And before I answer your question, today President Uhuru Kenyatta was in Nyeri, in Tomotomo PCA Church. And people have been saying that President has no ground in Mount Kenya region. But to my surprise and to surprise of those who have been going around, and yesterday there was a report that some youths were hired to heckle the president. And that did not materialize because here people want development, and because they have seen what the president agenda is doing and the legacy of President Uhuru Kenyatta is transforming lives and making their lives good. They came out in number to celebrate him. And in the spirit of handshake, a number of people were asking why he came alone, why he left his brother in handshake, the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. And this is something very good. And this spirit of handshake is bringing peace. When you see people in Nyeri County asking for Raila Amolo Odinga to come and address them, this is a clear indication that we are heading in the right direction. As you know, this was a region that is mostly dominated by the Jubilee Party. But when they start asking leaders under the former Prime Minister,
Yes.
Okay. We seem to have had a problem there with the signal. Doctor, perhaps you can take over from that. And maybe, Jevan, are you able to hear us?
Miriam?
Yes.
Karanja, are you back?
No, we seem to have lost. Oh, okay. Continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, on that question.
All right. Work on your reception there. We shall come back to you. But Doctor, one of the demands also there by Ruto's camp. Are you able to continue?
The Deputy President should understand that those people who presented the abuse are also Kenyans.
Okay, I'll take it from there.
Go ahead.
And I see what Karanja's point is, that those people are also Kenyans, and they are also human beings. They took their views. Where was he? First of all, this commission went around. We extended using taxpayers' money. The taxpayers' money was used. They were extended term. The term was extended twice. The Deputy President was busy giving out handouts and sending his delegations to counter Raila Odinga in stadium, in these reggae operations. You know how Kuria was going with mobs in Meru and to counter. Why do people the Deputy President should not take people as stupid? People are not stupid. They have been stupid for enough. They have been watching you. They have been respecting you. But you are disrespecting everything, including the very people that you thought could give you a vote. So for me, I don't think there is any need for the president to waste time on this guy. This guy has two options. Either he comes in or he goes out. He knows he's cornered. He's cornered. He's cornered. He has nothing to say. If you oppose your president, tomorrow you resign. Just get out. What are you waiting for? Don't bring in things that will delay us. If there is any opposition tomorrow, you just start packing your books. Why do you waste time hanging around that you are a deputy president? You just arrange your views. The things that Medium, can you read one by one what he wants?
All right, the Tanga demand notes on the Sunday Standard, Sunday Nation, they're on the front pages. Number 1, Tanga's views captured in the referendum bill before Parliament. The number 2, Kenyans to vote on specific issues instead of yes or no on a subject cluster. Number 3, a place at the high table where decisions are made and not to be treated as a cheering squad. Number 4, President Kenyatta to host a party parliamentary group meeting to take a position on the report. Number 5, a document rich in matters economy and not political positions for a few.
Let me start with number 1. Matters captured. What is to be captured? What does he want to be captured? Corruption?
That has been captured.
It has been captured.
Very well, yes.
The most worrying thing for Kenyans is his corruption. So once that one has been captured, that's very good. Number 2, vote of specific things. The bill has not been set, so we don't know what the bill will say, yes or no. So what did you want? Is that new? Number 3, issues. What are the issues? Number 3 is what?
A place at the high table. He wants to be part of it, where decisions are made and not to be treated as a cheering squad.
You are already on the high table.
Second in command.
He's the deputy president on a high table. You sit on the lower table like a Matanga's stool.
He is on the high table.
Far away. So what does he want again a high table for? This guy, I think, this guy does not know what he wants. The truth. Then you say, another one, it's parliament to do what?
President Kenyatta to host a party parliamentary group. I think that is for Jubilee Party to take a position on the report. He wants Jubilee Party to take a position on the report.
It is very important that at the moment the thing is going to be read by everybody. Is it very important? 2 years ago, we all agreed he went to eat breakfast, eggs in the eggs and the tomato and whatever it is here in Safari Park. What was he shaking hands with? When he went to pray, was he lying again? He was praying in the Safari Park where the American bishop came. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he endorsing the handshake? Mm-hmm. Professor, open up.
And he was sitting on a high table.
Yes, at the high table, he shook hands. He even sang the song. The only thing he did was angry and hungry. He said his father did not buy him shoes.
Mm-hmm. He feels like his place in the high table has been replaced, so he wants to sit back. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming.
The deputy president for the Republic of Kenya, Miriam.
Yes.
You know what? My father married 2 women or 3. I suffered a lot.
3 mothers, doctor. You said 3 mothers. You're lucky you had 3 mothers.
It's only my mother who was a woman.
3 mothers.
Yes, because the rest have run away. The rest have run away and they left my mother looking after all the baggage. All this baggage that are there, it's my mother who looked after them to grow. So the others are women. Calicos. My mom, I cannot, Miriam, you think I cannot afford a ticket for my mom to come where I am in London? She said, no, I will not go. I will not go. I have to look after these children to grow.
Your brothers and sisters, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
From the other mothers.
From those women. So the deputy president is behaving like a woman.
Huh?
Yeah, a woman. The place has been taken away. Marrying 2 women, come on and 2 kilos. And I say, those are 3. You gave him 3 and I gave me 1. Eh? And the other one says, tonight you are not going to have anything if you don't give me extra.
So is that the situation in Jubilee Party?
Exactly.
So you go back to buy 2.
Miriam, if you buy, if Raila is dancing with the president, the deputy president is like annoyed. So look at his face.
So what do you suggest? He should also join in the dance, not stay and get annoyed.
Not coming to join the dance.
Okay.
And even embracing it, Raila. He wants to even, if he had a gun, he would shoot people. So this is like a women. Like a country is being ruled on emotions of women who is loved more.
But Dr. Masanga is a man.
They are called jilted lovers.
I don't know whether you are jilted, whatever you call it with Songa. This is serious. Surely we are reducing Kenya that we know to an issue of woman. Oh, you bought 2 kilos. Why did you take the sugar there first?
Yes, and Miriam, also that brings us to the point of convergence. If as a deputy president, he feels that his role has been taken up, you've had the Jubilee Party chairman also reiterate the same. As a matter of principle, as a matter of being patriotic as a leader, why can't he emulate the likes of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga and Mr. Josephat Karanja and do a resignation letter? That one will be a very, very honorable and noble way for him to prove whatever grievances that he's having. Let him resign, and then Kenyans will really see a leader that he's portraying to be.
Mm-hmm.
That is my
those who are principled leaders.
Yes, and
those who are leaders with principles.
Yeah, and Doctor, one of our viewers here has a question. Perhaps you could answer it. Daniel Karanja, thank you so much for engaging with us and for writing to us this afternoon. You're saying, is it genuine? No, this question. I have a single question. What is in the BBI that can assure electorate that no chaos once aspirant has been defeated? That was his first question. Like, what assurance can the BBI cure, the post-election violence that we've been having, and one side of the divide saying, elections has been stolen and causing the chaos that we've been seeing in the country. So he's saying, what are the guarantees that are there on the BBI?
First of all, Karanja, tell Mr. Karanja that he can. No, there's Daniel Karanja.
Yes.
Tell him now the line is about to be open in 5 minutes. He can call that number that is scrolling under +254. Read for him the number.
+254 795 63 8145. I'll repeat that for you, Daniel. 0795 63 8145. That is Daniel Karanja. So, Karanja, how would you answer your namesake on that one?
Thank you very much. And before I disconnected, I was saying something.
Yes.
And I was saying that the Kenyans who gave their views are also Kenyans, and they must be respected. Because one thing, they took a patriotic step of presenting their views, and that was a very good step. And unlike the deputy president and his allies, who are fighting the BBI process, who fought the handshake, who criticized the report before it was released, these Kenyans who gave their views are the people we should be celebrating as heroes, because they want this country to heal. And these other guys, they want...
Okay. Have a problem with your network.
Let us have the report. He should have waited to present his views when these things are planned. These are process, and things that follow the due process are things that must be respected. He should have given his views when the steering committee was collecting views. This is the time to go through the report. This is the time to read the report. This is not time to present views. And on that, Daniel Karanja was asking whether the BBI will bring peace and prosperity after elections. I would tell him that the problem that we have been having in this country is divisive elections, where even the IBC commissioners cannot verify who actually won the election. This election is done manually, and some of these data, the electoral management system, security management system, they are cooked, and you cannot even be able to verify who won the election. Therefore, the problem in this country is divisive elections. And if through BBI, we'll have a credible electioneering body that will assure Kenyans of a verifiable, credible elections, the problem of having problems after elections will be sorted out and for all, because the referee is a problem in this country. And if we have the right referee, even the players will be happy. And they go for that elections knowing that their right will be guaranteed. Thank you.
And another question to you, Doctor, from Karanja, Daniel, as you come in, he's saying, last question, what assure Kenyans that the BBI has inclusivity?
Yes, first of all, Miriam, having gone through the report quite exhaustively, the issue of doing away with the first past the post electoral process that we've been having to an inclusive multiple member system of electoral process, where a party that garners majority provides a list of candidates, so that to ensure that the one who comes second in an election is never left out. You know, the current system as it is right now is first past the post, which means that whoever garners the highest number of votes, even if the difference between number one and number two is one single vote, number one gets rewarded with the electoral seats and number two is locked out. With the new recommendation in the BBI, it will ensure that whoever comes second also is being catered for. Number two, on my points, we've been having an issue with the presidential election, and that has been the bone of contention since 1992, where a section of Kenyan people feel that perhaps they've been left out of government, since only one candidate, once you win an election, the other one becomes an opposition leader and they have no part in any government. Now, with the BBI and creation of the office of the official opposition, leader of opposition to sit in parliament, as well as have his shadow government fully financed by the government of Kenya, it ensures that even if a Kenyan goes to the ballot to cast their vote, they are quite sure if their candidate will not be able to make it to presidency, at least if he comes second, they are sure that he will be a leader of official opposition in parliament, and their voices will be heard, and they will have a shadow government at the end of the day to check the excesses of the government with the full financing and support of the government budget. That is what also brings in inclusivity. And number 3, we have a recommendation in BBI which talks about the zebra pattern of leadership, which ensures that when you elect a certain gender in an electoral position, if you elect a male representative, you have to make sure that we also have a female representative. It goes further also to talk about the purple zebra, which includes young people and people, special interest groups. So it, in essence, it makes sure that all the members of the society are included in the government of the day. So therefore, to me, I feel that has been always what has been lacking in our current constitution. And if any particular member of society feels that at least every sector of the society has been included in the government of the day at a particular level, then I believe we are going to have a long-lasting peace. And last but not least, Miriam, also the BBI talks about multiple representation, which means a constituency like Juja, which has over 500,000 constituents. It can have multiple members of parliament who will be able to represent various areas of that constituency, so that it ensures that every member of that particular constituency is benefiting from the government of the day, from the CDF kitty, and is receiving equal benefits as any member of any particular constituency which has less than even 50,000 voters. So that one will make sure that leadership stretches all the way to the farthest border of any county, any of this country, and everyone feels included in the government of the day. That is my perspective on that, Miriam.
All right, Professor, as we go to Dr.
Miriam,
Karanja,
let
yes,
me just
the issue of inclusivity.
assist Daniel Karanja to understand that.
Yes.
One, this is not the time to tell him what is in the BBI. This is the time to read the report. We are reading the report. I could have said that he could have said that I have read the report, I have not understood this. Let the report be unveiled tomorrow to the rest of the Kenyans. This is the time to read. Once you have read the report, then you can ask Miriam. That's how we can be able to guide Kenyans. Because at the point where we are is to read. I could have likely said that I have read this and I don't see this. By asking that question, he has not read the report.
All right.
Please.
Very well. Thank you so much.
Let us read that, because that is someone who already knows and is not trying to engage us. This is the time for reading the report. He's behaving like the deputy president.
Or maybe he just wants to know.
And let me not call that he belongs like one of them.
No.
Let him read the report first. He will get the answers in the report.
All right. Daniel Karanja, I'm sure from tomorrow we shall have copies of the BBI, and as President Uhuru Kenyatta and other leaders have encouraged us, don't sit there and say somebody else has read, so I've read. No, if you can get a copy of that, we are encouraged to all of us read, so that you're able to know what the BBI says and vote on things that you understand, and as a Kenyan on your own. And of course, from tomorrow we shall be here trying to help us go through
Once
the
you have
report.
read, then you can ask,
Yes.
I have not understood this. Then we can assist.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Doctor seems to be out. So, Miriam.
Doctori. Okay. Doctor is.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I would like to really reinforce whatever Professor is saying. You know, a majority of our people who are there on the social media space are really casting a lot of aspersions on the BBI report. Really, they have taken time to go deep and read and be able to comprehensively and with the discernment be able to figure out whatever is in the BBI report. Like, for example, the other day I had a friend asking, what is BBI talking about, matters of betting and all that? And when you look at the BBI report, it speaks about that. It says that young people who appear for the task force had concerns about unregulated money lending apps like Tala and all that, and also they also had concerns with the betting companies, and therefore they wanted that these companies or maybe betting be put into the hands of government Rotary, so that whatever benefits that comes with it are able to be reinvested back to the youthful population of this country. And also, when you look at also the elderly people in our villages, it also talks about them in terms of ensuring that people who are 65 years and above are able to receive a rollout of NHIF, free NHIF benefits. And also it strengthens the institutions like the social and retirement institutions where they're able to save for their pension schemes as they grow old. So to me, really take the same angle as Professor said. It is only when you individually and independently read the BBI report devoid of political affiliations that you will be able to realize sections of the report that are really individually beneficial to you. So let's go back and read the report comprehensively and with a lot of discernment. That is my icing on that.
All right. Thank you so much. I don't know if Doctor is back yet.
Yes, back.
Oh, he's back. Doctor, finish that topic for us so that we can get on the other stories across the continent.
Whose network went out?
Yours.
No.
You are not there.
It is the network from your side.
All right. Conclude for us the Kenyan topics.
Okay. Thank you very much, viewers. The debate on Kenyan PBI kicks off tomorrow. All Kenyans are supposed to be getting a copy, at least try. Those who can read it tomorrow. Can start reading and understanding and giving out their views. There are no conditions, there are no terms. That it is not anywhere. We are not, the BBI is not redoing itself. The BBI is going on a stage, final stages of compiling the questions and getting out what can be done as a bill that can be brought as a question, amend. Do you amend if it is something to do with the pillar of the Constitution? Then the question will go to a referendum. If there are some things that can be amended by Parliament, so be it. The Parliament will amend. And the bills have been written. I don't know whether Dr. William Ruto has read the bills. The bills have already been prepared on 117 pages. Instead of sponsoring people to go to Tanga in churches and other places, let him sponsor people to sit down and read. One of the problems that I want to tell Kenyans, which I have noticed, which I have seen, I now know where the problem is. And I've been saying it for a long time. I've been telling, I saw it. The name has now come out. And that name has come out now. Now, since this name has come out, I want to hammer it. This name is called Korir Songoye. You remember Kenyans have been telling you there are 3 people who work with George Soros. And I hope the security agencies in this country are listening to me. And I've been warning people, I've been telling people that Songoye works with George Soros. And nobody listened to me. Now you have seen these ideas are not ideas that are for Kenyans. These ideas. Have you not seen that a certain group called Kanga what? Kamangandiko ya watu. What KLM? You saw that group is called KLM? Kangamano. Kangamano ya something. Stupid thing. I don't know where it came from the bushes, or they came from the bushes of Congo.
Kongamano. Kongamano la?
They must have come from the bushes of Congo.
All right. Okay, as we wait for...
Miriam.
Yes.
That group is a very silly group. They have said they are foreigners. That this thing is a foreigner. Because I've defeated them on strategy. I brought a redemption strategy. And I put in a redemption strategy to the government of Kenya. Is that a problem? Then I'm well educated than those Kangamano. Now, look, if they are choose foreigners, that a foreigners have implanted, that Uhuru with the foreigner, it's okay. This is to help you. I've done my best. A redemption strategy is growing. I can go and shower in Indian Ocean tomorrow. You like it, you don't like it, it's growing. Onyari will not refuse it. William will not refuse it. Wesonga will not refuse it. Karanja will not, no, it is grown. No, go and hunger yourself, no. I'm now going to make you even hunger and kill yourself for that. And yes, it is grown. Never underrate people. We work silently. No, is here. Because they have seen countries that have stabilized in Africa have a prime minister. And why the late Nzamba Kitonga is he Matanga? Then Matanga's brain is equivalent to Zamba Kitonga. Now this group is targeting me. No, I will look for you. Where? I will look for you. Tutatafutana sasa kwa barabara. Mimi nilifanya nini? I brought a redemption strategy. I have said it. Kenya needs a redemption strategy. I did not tell anybody to copy the Uganda situation. Don't come for me. Uganda has one prime minister, two deputy prime minister, a vice president, and a president. So go and kill Museveni if you want. I don't work for Museveni. I suggested a redemption strategy. If the people here feel this is the best way that they want to heal and heal their country, so be it. Don't tie me, oh, the Matanga hates the deputy president. Nikuambia kwa bedroom yako wewe mama. Wewe mama, nani there's a woman here called what? Did we sleep in the bedroom and I told you? Wewe, wacha ujinga yako hiyo. Was I with you in the bedroom? Then I told you that I hate deputy president. How do you measure hatred? Yenye kutoka kecho, tutawaambiana. You have molested me too much. You think I don't have relatives? Because of one thing, I was not born here. When I molest me, I have done. When it is Somalia, I go and help. When it is this, I help. When I molest me, you think I don't have where to go? I have a home also. Wewe tulikuwa na wewe kwa bedroom yako. Was I with you in your bedroom? Wewe jinga wewe. Jinga. Wachana mimi. Opening your teeth which you don't even brush. Kwenda. Ulinipata wewe? Mimi nakwambia wewe. Do I tell me. Where did I tell you I hate the deputy president? Where? Talking is not hating. I have not hated the deputy president in my life. I went to the ICC and brought him out. His own people. That man Songoye wanted him to be jailed. He gave him a job. He's the one he has given a job in his office. Have I worked in office? Nyenye wacha terere, muacha na mimi. I've suffered enough. Stakio kutoka leo. The redemption strategy is there. It is grown up. Medium, thank you. I am not the one who manufactured it. I only said Kenya needed a redemption strategy. Healing, truth-telling, accountability will deliver Kenya.
All right. Thank you. And that is how we end our Kenyan topics.
It's very important you tell that woman there. There's a woman there called what something there. Wewe. Tulikuwa kwa bedroom na wewe. I sleep in my bedroom, you cannot sleep there. Wewe, wachana nini. Thank you very much, Miriam. Viewers, let's proceed with our topic on Africa. If you want to, if they don't want, it is better for them to say, Samoei, William what? What is the name? Samoei what? I, William Samoei Ruto. Today I have seen things are very difficult and I cannot bear this burden. I have asked my priests and the priestesses and my church leaders. They have told me that it is very difficult to have brought wheelbarrows which cannot run me to Bomas. I therefore tender my resignation as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, and I will continue serving Kenyans in various capacities, including the delivery of wheelbarrow by house. So help me God. Onyali, isn't it that is how the right English?
How I look forward to hear that.
Professor
Odinga. Odinga.
Jaramogi.
Odinga Mzee. Comrade. Let me call him comrade. We are all communists. Even me, I was a communist. I've just changed to wear these things of the white, this Wasugu because I went there. But I'm a hardcore communist, man. You people don't know me much. Look, let me tell you. Raila's father in 1969 saw a problem. He could not manage. He could not stand. He said, so be it. That's what we call honorable business people. Honorable gentlemen. Lakini mambo ya kusema uko na tamu zako ziko wapi? Hii tamu ya George Soros anawaambia sema hii. Sasa huyu mtu ameonekana, nilikuwa nawaambia wako watu tatu. Kama wanasema nga, na mimi nitasema nga. Thank you.
And on that note, Professor, do you think Deputy President tomorrow shall be part of the launch of the second draft of the BBI at the Bomas of Kenya? Do you see him coming?
Miriam, from where I sit, he has got no choice. Tomorrow, if he does not appear in the Bomas, and I dare him not to appear in Bomas, he should have sacked himself. He should have sacked himself, and they would have nobody to blame. Because the country, Miriam, we are heading towards uniting the country. BBI, one Kenya. There is no another Kenya, one Kenya outside BBI. So he will be there. EC will be there. The train has left the station. He has got no choice. Let him join his boss in building a united Kenya.
All right. Thank you.
In fact, in an event, Miriam.
If he doesn't want, why are you giving him what? Join the boss. The boss left him. He's not praying with the boss.
But, Doctor, but from today's headlines, he seems to be warming up about the BBI.
No. What? You think we are going to allow like that?
He has changed his mind. It is possible to change one's mind. Maybe he has read the content.
Angalia wewe.
Doctor.
William.
Pengine amesoma akaona kumbe this BBI is not as bad. I will support it.
Wengine tunatukwana. Kwa nini miaka mbili I received 20,000 hate messages. Inatukana 20,000 per week. How many weeks in 2 years? Esonga, you are always on my Facebook.
Yes,
including one woman who has just come here to insult me. Huyu. As if we were together in the bedroom. Wewe. So now anakuja. Yeye alikuwa anavaa tai na shati moja na mzee. Alitupa hiyo tati, anaenda kuleta shati hizi zingine za Turkey, like his man. Like Mr. Wesonga na Turkey and Egypt.
Shati ya
Egyptian cotton, whatever suit. I don't know whether the people, I don't know whether girls of these days don't like good. You know this, Wesonga, you know the value of this.
Yeah,
you know the value of this. Yeah, those are the type of things. Look at the value of Mr. Chama and their professor. Lakini nyenye na mzee Dr. William Ruto mnaenda Turkey. Mumeshaleta container mzima ya suti. Ziko na hii, ziko white.
Hiyo ni mambo.
My fault.
Taking us back
yes,
to the old stony age.
Doctor. Professor, finish it, then we go to the African stories.
I can tell you for free. The deputy president has got no choice. He has already indicated that he has got no problem. He is finding the way to come back home.
Which I think is okay, if he means it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I can tell you for sure.
But he might not get his terms and conditions met.
If you look at BBI, Dr. Masanga, if you look for BBI, any leader of this country, any Kenyan, we refer not to support. In any event, Miriam, we have already made for him a seat. In fact, when he stands the president and it does not make,
he
will be official opposition.
Okay, hold on there.
And he'll have an office and well, we're not saying he'll be the, but just in case.
He's a beneficiary.
You know the biggest problem that this young man has. If I were him and he has good political advisors of equivalent of the material of Dr. David Matanga here, this material, and let the deputy president hear me today. If he had good material, good men who reason like a Matanga, this is the time for him to win an election in Kenya and compete very nicely with Raila Odinga. Am I wrong, sir?
You are right.
If he has this, but he doesn't have, he has anger. Let me tell his people who are watching and listening, tell him, akona anger and hungry. Enjara emuruma alino busungu. That was song translate for Miriam. Miriam needs to go home.
He's being he has hunger pangs and bitterness, something of
bitterness.
Maybe he's getting over it.
No, this man would just win, would just sit and compete in this election without antagonizing Uhuru Kenyatta. And who knows? Who knows? We are not God. Who knows? He would win. But now look the way he has gone around collecting thieves. Thieves, all thieves who have stolen money from government. They are in his office. Is that a brain? That brain looks like it went down the grave, then it came back. Is that a brain? All thieves who have stolen government money are in his office. From the MP of Mavira, from everybody who does everything against the government goes to him. because Asha Juma failed to give the horizontal analysis. She's in prison, she can't be paid 4 million. Someone was heard yesterday saying they will not pay the 4 million. Let the husband look for. Everybody who hates Uhuru Kenyatta, Miriam, runs to the deputy president. Any person who has been arrested of corruption asks the deputy president to pay money to remove him. Every governor who shoots, who arranges to kill people and cut younger girls, their private parts, Obado, they run to DP. Sindio, am I telling a lie to Kenyans? This is Sunday. Mimi nilitoka chachi yangu subuhi. Nataka mimi niambie watu rongo kweli. The governor of Samburu ako wapi? Nani anakaanga kwa ofisi ya nani? Nano anaenda kwa ofisi ya nani? Moses Kuri anaenda kwa ofisi ya nani? CDF mana ya Kiambu South. Katundu South constituency iko wapi Ikulwa? Wewe niambie Gachakwa, pesa bilioni 200, bilioni 12 bilioni. Ziko wapi? Zilikulwa. Kampani gani? Wa kampani watoto yake na yeye wanafanya biashara. Shut up. Wacha tuzungumze ya haki leo. Mnatisha watu paka lini bwana? Tunachoka. I am not a man, I'm not a Kenyan. Nimechoka mimi. Mimi at least I will not steal. I will beg. Even I beg for my own. Yes. I have never gone. The guy did not even say thank you to me. Tena wewe nakuja kwa platform yangu unasema baba. Wewe. Well, Godfrey, I am not against you. This noise has brought a redemption strategy. Hallelujah. Say hallelujah. Hallelujah. Godfrey Busura, thank you very much. Say hallelujah. Hallelujah. We are here. Tomorrow you will read it. Yeah. Because the Miriam, the NGOs have attacked me. What can I do? I am not in government to defend myself. The only way to defend myself is on this program. The NGO said specifically foreigner agenda. Uhuru Kenyatta using a foreign agenda. What is me? I said redemption strategy. If the Prime Minister got it and saw the country needs to change, so be it. If the president got it, isn't this a conflict resolution expert? He is. You want this country to fight every election. No.
All right. Thank you so much.
Don't worry, me quite my job. I am all right. And I have delivered my seeds. My seeds are going to grow tomorrow. Tomorrow. They are growing tomorrow. Go and hang on the buttons. Go and hang on transformers. Wonder. They will be here tomorrow. Am I wrong, Mr. Bishop?
It is a bishop.
Miriam, am I wrong?
And as Miriam always puts it, let us not leave anyone behind. Let us work together as a people towards building a united Kenya.
Yeah, so if DP now wants to join the train, he's welcome.
Yeah, so that we become one Kenya.
Yeah, it will be good for every everybody.
Yeah,
The
Miriam,
unity of
yes.
this country.
Come on,
Voice
boss.
of,
Yes.
Trying to play Kuja. Deputy President Uhuru Kenyatta, Deputy President William Ruto. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome.
Doctor, he will come in as long as his demands are met. You create a place at the high table.
Say, Miriam.
Yes.
Javan.
Yeah, Javan. But I wanted us to
Yes,
conclude with the Kenyan topics, and then we go to, because we have
thank you
yes.
very much. And for what you are saying, I want to agree with the professor. And the deputy president should join the train because we want to form a united nation. But he should know his rightful place in that train. He should not come to disturb people who are driving the train. He should sit at the back bench there. He should be a spectator in this ground.
But he wants a place. He wants a place at the high table. That is just one of the demand nodes. So why are you sending him to the back
The
seat?
table is full. The people who are driving this train, we have enough drivers to take us to our destination. He should come as a spectator just to sit down there and to see how things are done. I think that is his rightful place in this train of building our nation, because he refused to be part and part of the drivers will take our country to its destination. To be sit down there and follow from behind.
Okay, thank you so much, Javan Karanja. All right, we were looking at the three making headlines here in the country, and the news making headlines here in the country. And so we looked at the death of the constitutionalist, and also what next for Kenya, and then too late for new terms. So now let's just jump quickly on other topics we have on Africa. And our first country that we're going to look at is Zimbabwe. Sanctions must go. And as we know, in 2002 and 2003, the United States imposed targeted measures on the government of Zimbabwe, including financial and visa sanctions against selected individuals, a ban on transfers of defense items and services, and a suspension of non-humanitarian government to government assistance. And this year in March, Zimbabwe said it was dismayed by the White House baffling decision to extend sanctions against members of the Southern African country's government over rights abuses. The United States this year again imposed sanctions, reimposed those sanctions, and of course they are saying that Zimbabwe is not keeping up with the certain things that they require from that country. And of course, President Mnangagwa has blamed the sanctions imposed by the U.S. and the European Union for Zimbabwe's economic ills, and says they are intended to remove his ZANU-PF party from power. So, Professor. All right, Doctor, go ahead.
That I don't have much to say on Zimbabwe, but only to say that for heaven's sake, for the ordinary people of Zimbabwe, who cannot afford to get medicine in hospitals, who cannot afford to do things that could take their country forward, remove those sanctions. There was no justification whatsoever why those sanctions were put for the people of Zimbabwe. There are so many countries, even including the United States of America, in terms of saying those poor governance and the violation of human rights. So singling Zimbabwe and calling Zimbabwe an axis of evil, Miriam, I will continue to say no, and the time has come for those sanctions to be removed. And the good people of Africa and the good friends who love humanity and who love the truth should come forward, and we say that it is time now that those sanctions be removed. The people of Zimbabwe must be left alone to judge their destiny on what they want to do. That's what I have to say, Miriam.
Thank you. Daniel?
Thank you, Miriam. And on Zimbabwe, I've been quite conversant with whatever is going on there this morning. Of course, Dr. Matsanga has shared whatever procession that is taking place. And it is high time as a Kenyan people and Africa at large, we stood by Zimbabweans because these sanctions have been going on for a very, very long time, and they are quite overwhelming in terms of debilitating the economic situation in Zimbabwe. And therefore, as Professor Jared Onyari says, we have to look at the people of Zimbabwe. When you talk about human rights abuses, when you talk about governance deficit, there's no country in the entire globe which has been cited to have abused human rights more than the United States. We saw what they did in Iraq. We saw what they're doing in Syria. We saw what they've been doing in many parts of the Middle East, the Islamic countries. And therefore, I find no reason for them to continue having these sanctions on the people of Zimbabwe. And Miriam, when we look beneath all these razzmatazz that has made Zimbabwe to be put under sanctions, is the fact that Zimbabweans tried to retrieve back the land that rightfully belonged to them. And therefore, this was what created this bone of contention between the West and the leadership of Zimbabwe. And as these sanctions continue, it is the common man in Zimbabwe that is suffering. And look, these problems were created when Robert Mugabe was the president. Mugabe is long gone as far as we are concerned. Why can they now be able to forge a new path with the current president, Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa, and be able to chart a path of coordinating and working together so that they are able to iron out the most contentious issues in the in their bilateral relations. So to me, I think it's quite unfair to continue holding Zimbabweans under these sanctions. Yes, and they should consider repealing them and lifting them off up.
All right, thank you so much. And of course, SADC has written on this matter yesterday by a statement by His Excellency Felipe Jacinto Nyusi, who is the president of the Republic of Mozambique and the current chairperson of SADC, on anti-sanctions day today that is taking place in Zimbabwe, calling for the lifting of all sanctions imposed on the Republic of Zimbabwe. And those processions are taking on today. So this part of the letter, it's quite a long letter there from SADC chair. So I'll just read part of it. It says, it has been 1 year since the summit of heads of state and government of the Southern African Development Community, SADC, declared 25th October as the day for SADC to campaign as a region for the unconditional removal of sanctions imposed on the Republic of Zimbabwe. While significant progress has been made since the decision was made in 2019, Zimbabwe remains under sanctions that significantly undermine the country's capacity to respond to social-economic challenges that include 3 successive droughts, recovery from the effects of tropical Cyclone Idai, poor access to affordable lines of credit on the global market, and servicing of her debt obligations. The prevailing COVID-19 pandemic has further placed serious constraints on the government of Zimbabwe's ability to fund programs as well as investments in key economic sectors. SADC therefore reiterates the call for these sanctions to be unconditionally lifted for Zimbabwe to improve the livelihoods of her citizens and development unhindered. And that is a statement from SADC chair there. And we saw the US renewed the sanctions against Zimbabwe this year. Of course, European Union said those are smart sanctions. The sanctions they have on Zimbabwe, they're smart sanctions. And I think we discussed that a couple of weeks ago. But over the weekend, I think I saw Trump, is it over the weekend? Yeah, lift the sanctions on Sudan. The sanctions that Sudan has been having for a very long time there. Maybe can we see a possibility where perhaps the US especially there can lift the sanctions on Zimbabwe and also perhaps encourage the EU to do the same? Doctor.
Thank you very much, Miriam. Smart sanctions, targeted sanctions, whatever you call them, are sanctions.
And they're hurting the people.
Mm-hmm. They hurt the people. Mm-hmm. All what we are calling upon the world today, and we stand as Africans, 1 minute, take 1 minute everywhere, wherever you are in Africa, stand and say only 2 words: remove sanctions or stop sanctions on Zimbabwe. That's it. This is a country, Miriam, that can be able to look after itself. It can be able to export its diamonds, gold, and buy its materials. Remove those sanctions, it will go ahead. There is no human rights abuses in Zimbabwe. They are not there. These are people who are walking in the streets of Washington talking about human rights abuses. They are not there. Zimbabwe is governed by rule of law. There, of course, if you break the law, you will have to go and face the law. What is the difference of people who are being killed in America because of a 10 shilling dollar note? One American was killed. A policeman violated his human rights and killed him. There is nothing like that in Zimbabwe. So we ask the people of the world to support this country to get rid of the sanctions so that Zimbabwe can lead its own life and move forward and create a center of its own local currency, the national currency. That is my stand. And therefore we call upon African countries today. Onyari has spoken, we have spoken, we have spoken, we have spoken. I don't know how much they want us to speak.
Jevan,
but
yes.
I'm telling you, Onyari, they just want to destroy this country.
Oh, yes.
Slowly, they want to move like that until they get it somewhere. If now they don't get Mnangagwa, they are going to pass through. They hate ICC, but they will go to ICC to look for some faults. You get my point? That is how they do. That is how they treat us Africans. But time is going to tell. Thank you very much on Zimbabwe. Next.
Right. Before you go next, Jevan, do you have something you'd like to add on that?
Yeah, thank you, Miriam. And this is something that we have said in this very broadcast, that the sanctions in Zimbabwe, they are there. These are negative sanctions that are deterring the development agenda of that country economically, socially, even in the political stability, because these sanctions are even putting apart the investors who would like to invest in such country. And this is something that must be lifted so that the people of Zimbabwe will continue having will set their own agenda. They will have their own plan to achieve greatness. And that is the way to go, because with these sanctions, even that country will not develop. It will leave dragging behind in terms of development in our African continent. Therefore, these are violations of human rights. These are violations of development, and these sanctions must be lifted so that Zimbabwe will have its freedom to expand its wings and to blossom to higher greatness. Yes.
All right, thank you. And last November, Hilal Elva, that is the United Nations Special Rapporteur on rights to food, suggested that economic sanctions by the US and EU against officials and entities linked to the governing party in Zimbabwe of alleged abuses are contributing to Zimbabwe's current dire food and security situation. So even the United Nations Special Rapporteur there has said these sanctions is not good for the people of Zimbabwe. All right, so we move swiftly to our next story on Africa, and that is the continuing story that we've been covering here. That is about Nigeria and what are the solutions currently, or the latest from Nigeria. Nigeria's chief of police.
Miriam, Madam, I would like to ask for permission that I have an urgent meeting at 4.
Oh, at 4, all right.
So I would like to ask Professor to stand in for me for Nigeria and Uganda.
All right.
Never.
I'm chickening out on the question of Uganda. I would like Miriam and Javan and the professor stand for me. You know my stand on Nigeria. It is very clear. Nigeria needs rearrangement. Nigeria needs restructuring. And the earlier they do it, the better. Me, I have no other words. Prof, you can conclude for me. I'm going for an urgent meeting of one of two things that concern tomorrow's meeting. Thank you very much. And thank you, Miriam. Thank you again. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you again. You should always defend me of the people who come to insult me here. I've done nothing wrong. They come and they say, I hate. I don't hate anybody, ma'am. I only say facts. It's not hate. This man left his friend in chaos. Now his friend has finally worked to bring this book on table. Then he has come with terms. It's like a wife who goes away. Then when he sees you, you have got some money back. You know, there are certain African women, when they see you with the money, then they say, oh, I made a mistake. You remember, I am sorry, darling, for having harassed you.
That is unfair for African men, women, but it is also for all women in the world. You are using women. Okay,
let me say all women.
Yes.
Also men, because they are scroungers. There are some men who are gold diggers who look for women who have money only. Am I wrong, Miriam?
You are right.
Anatoa pesa zako mwisho ya mwezi anangojea namna hivi. Leta. I've never seen my wife's payslip.
Doctor, bye-bye.
There are some men in Africa who behave so badly. Later. You find the woman in the house is so small. Yeah? The woman, sitting like this in her sitting room, instead of her enjoying her sitting room sofa set, she's worried. When the month ends like next week, so many women are going to be worried in their houses. Oh no, gentlemen, stop these bad manners, please. Give these women respect. Mwambie niko nataka 5,000 akupatie. But don't wait for the whole salary. Surely, what type of slavery is this?
Very bad, Dr. Masanga.
I have never seen. No, Mama, you are watching from London today. You said you'll watch me. I have never seen your payslip. Never. I have married my wife for almost 43 years, but I have never seen her payslip. Mimi sitaki hata kujua. Mimi iko mwanamume dume nanunua vitu kwa nyumba. Hiko watu wengine wako madasturi mbaya. Wanangojea huyo pesa ya bibi, anangoa yote. Anamwachia hata viatu hakuna. Hata kitetei mpya ya kuvaa, alafu aende kwa shule ile. To go to work in that place. Hakuna. What type of men are these? That you should bring this topic on culture, unfiltered. Tunataka kuambiana.
Uncultured. That suits.
Unfiltered. Tunataka kumwambiana. Where all men who take women's salary, please give these women space.
So these wives in Jubilee Party, these wives in Jubilee Party.
The what?
The different wives in Jubilee Party.
Yeah, it brings the different wives in the Jubilee Party. The deputy president, it is the same. The deputy president left the Jubilee, President Uhuru Kenyatta, to go out and work. He said President Uhuru Kenyatta is now a wrong woman, a wrong man. Now he has seen the president has delivered. So it's like a woman coming back. Hey, Baba, unajua Baba. I will tell you the story. No, this is the way they talk. Baba Stephen, Baba Jeremy, takwambia story. when nafikiri Baba Jeremy, you think this one is your friend. I will tell you how many of your friends wanted to seduce me.
Human is to error. All right, let's conclude the show. Dr. Ari, enjoy your meeting. We shall see you here tomorrow, God willing.
Stop sending me away. I'm gone.
Baba Jeremy amesikia. Sasa. Human is to error. Mama Jeremy akirudi, please accept her back. And,
I hope there is nobody who is Baba Jeremy here.
I do have a family friend who is Baba Jeremy, but that's okay. All right. Doctor, tuonane kesho majaliwa. Enjoy your meeting.
Asante sana.
Aya, sawa. Kwaheri. All right, so we move.
Asante sana Karanja, Javani Karanja, bye, and the professor.
Thank you, Dr. Ari. See you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we turn to Nigeria, another hotspot that has been for the last over 2 years now. And the latest from Nigeria, Nigeria's chief of police has ordered the immediate mobilization of all police resources to put an end to days of street violence and looting. Mohamed Adamu said criminals have hijacked anti-police brutality protests and taken over public spaces. He said this was no longer acceptable. A police officer said they had been ordered to end the violence, killings, looting and destruction of property. A protest calling for an end to police brutality began on the 7th of October, and the demonstrations, dominated by young people, started with calls of police unit. The special anti-robbery, unit to be disbanded there. And from what we've been seeing on Saturday, there were reports of hundreds of people looting government warehouses in Bukuru near the central city of Jos. The warehouses were reportedly being used to store food supplies for distribution during lockdowns imposed to help control the spread of COVID-19. Of course, they were calling for the disbandment of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, also known as SARS. And President Buhari has since disbanded SARS. So I know we talked about this on Friday, Professor, but what could be also other solutions that the government of Nigeria could apply? I've been looking at the protest, and perhaps the police on one end could be legitimately has a concern, because you've seen the cities there in Nigeria and some few towns being destroyed literally, and a few people have taken over these protests that were legitimate and had legitimate concerns, and now have turned it into a looting spree and all that. So, I mean, what are the solutions to what is going on in Nigeria?
Yes, Miriam, the facts that the SARS were just triggering. There is more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot wake up, Miriam, now and say now you can end the police and do this. And we must now go and address the underlying core issues to the problems of the young people of Nigeria. Miriam, Nigeria has got a population of 200 million. 60% of that population is the youth. You are talking about 120 young people. And those young people, most of them are unemployed. So what the government do, one of the solutions now, Miriam, here is, you know, I don't support violence. I will never support brutality. I will never support looting, destruction and burning of properties of other innocent people of Nigeria. That one is taking them backward. So in that, what I need to do, Miriam, and I'm asking the government of Nigeria, and I hope they listen to me, engage these young people. Have a conversation with them. Involve them. Have an honest debate with these young people. Because the SARS is a trigger of what has been happening. So if they use those police to quell the demonstrations, problems have not been solved. An opportunity, how I wish that they take look at this one as an opportunity for them to address the underlying core issues facing the people of Nigeria. Look, for example, how Kenya, we have done it now, Miriam, through BBI. We have come to address, even coming with the National Youth Commission to have a focus about the young people. So, Miriam, the African leaders, we belong to the same continent, we belong to the same country. The best way you can be able to solve a problem which happens in a family, in a home, in a nation, is to engage people and to have a conversation which is very honest and agree how they take their country forward. What is your side? But going, using the police, using ultimatum, no, it's not going to work. Because these young people, you know, Miriam, they reached a point, he said that you cannot continue to kill us. Now, if you want to do us, kill us. So from what I'm seeing from this demonstration, the people of Nigeria are determined to bring change to their country. It was end shares hashtag. It has come now, Buhari must go. So when it reaches that 1 million, even if you suppress people, you may not reach a desired solution to the problem you are facing. Let them engage, have a conversation, have a discussion, have a debate, and then they can be able to take their country forward.
All right. Daniel, as Professor there has said, this cannot just be, Daniel is not there, Javan, whatever we've been seeing happening there in Nigeria, it just can't be hashtag and SARS. There has to be some other underlying issues. And when you see how, the protesters and what has been happening there in Nigeria, I don't know, what could be some of these underlying core issues and what could be the possible solutions, and how, if you were to advise the government of President Muhammadu Buhari there as a young person, what would you tell him?
Yeah, thank you very much. And you saw what is happening in Nigeria. This is a result. You know, when it started as a police brutality, and they went to street with the hashtag EdSARS, and they came out in their drones, they came out in their numbers. But now the conversation is also changing. Now people have a channel. I think the Nigerian youths and the people in Nigeria, they lagged away to champion for some of these things that they are bringing out. Now you see even the conversation is changing to Buhari must go, to youth must be empowered. Now things are coming out. The things that have been ailing them, now they have got a chance to say them in a broad daylight. And I think it's unfortunate that the government of Buhari is using the police, the same thing that the people of Nigeria want reformed. Now this is to add salt in the wood. And I think that is why the people of Nigeria have started rejuvenating their spirit. Because when you start using the same police that they want changes, they want to be reformed, now you are starting using them to diminish their energy, then they will come out, and this is just the beginning. And I think this is a revolution that is taking shape slowly by slowly. And at the end of the day, the governments of Africa, the whole of Africa, and I think even this problem of police is something that is there in all countries in Africa. And it is high time all these government and the AU, they should reform these police structures so that even the way these police are recruited, the way they are appointed, should be incredible based on merit. But you see these police officers, the way they are recruited, they go for those people who failed for their examinations. Even they don't have the education qualification. That is why they cannot handle the issue of maintaining law and order. And I think this is something that must come in order. And I want to think, and if I was there to advise, as you have asked, the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, should come out in the table and talk, because when we have dialogues and conversations, things do change. And a problem shared is a problem half solved. And I think that's the nature they should go, because it has proved to work in Kenya when President sat with the former Prime Minister. Now we have fruits of BBI that we are going to tomorrow in Bomas to unveil. Therefore, conversation is the key. Buhari should come up in the table. He should listen to these ultimatums that the MOUs that these people are giving, so that he will understand the needs of the people. They want the police reformed, youth want employment. Let them have a dialogue, a candid one, that will have and bear fruits for the people of Nigeria. And when Nigeria is well, the whole Africa is happy. Thank you, Miriam.
All right, very well. And of course, a dialogue there is key. And President Buhari has been accused so many times of being aloof and not really being in touch with what is going on in Nigeria, what even rather is ailing Nigeria. So I think this could be, poses an opportunity for him now to come and show some leadership there that has been seen to be lacking in Nigeria. And perhaps instead of just laying blame on what is happening, listening sometimes as a leader can help out a lot, and providing an atmosphere where people feel they can come out and talk. And once you dialogue, always you solve half the problem when you're able to talk about it. So hopefully that is something that we shall see happen in the next few days. So we go to our last country, that is Tanzania. And what next after October 28th election? And back in January, John Magufuli, that is Tanzania's president, vowed that elections scheduled for October 28th will be free and fair. He has an odd way of ensuring that. If you've been seeing what is happening there in Tanzania, he has banned local groups from monitoring the vote, harassed the opposition and journalists, closed a newspaper for its unfavorable coverage, and banned a television station for daring to contradict his risible claim that there is no COVID-19 in Tanzania. Foreign reporters must be chaperoned everywhere by an official, presumably to intimidate people they are going there to interview. Now, a principal target of harassment has been the opposition leader there, Tundu Lissu, recently back from self-imposed exile in Belgium. He took refuge there after being shot several times in 2017 outside his home in Dodoma, the capital, despite needing crutches to walk and with a bullet still lodged near his spine. He has campaigned vigorously, drawing thousands of people to his rallies to hear him promise to restore democracy and boost businesses. He has also won the backing of Zito Kabwe, another opposition leader, unifying much of the vote against President Magufuli. Professor, Tanzania is going to its elections in just 2 days until it goes to its elections, I think on Wednesday.
Very true, Miriam, very true.
Yes.
That they will be going for their elections. Don't expect much. Magufuli will rig himself back into office, because Miriam, we cannot enter a football pitch. You tie my hands backwards and then you say that we play the game. How would I run, Miriam?
I tie your hands backward and you're the goalkeeper.
Yes, and now
how will you catch the ball?
Thank you for modifying that one, Miriam. That is the situation of what is happening in Tanzania. The opposition, they cannot freely campaign. The media, the journalists cannot write reports. Miriam, the human rights and that is a mocker of democracy, Miriam. And you see, Miriam, even the hostility between him and his neighbors, especially our country, you know that. And the way he has treated COVID-19, he has isolated himself from the rest of the world. It cannot be reported. We don't know what happens there. Miriam, the moment you reach that point, Miriam, he has reached at the peak. And you are asking me what will happen after 28th October 2020 when they go for their elections. He has already created the monster. And that monster will continue to grow. He has already planted seeds of discontent. If you start having a violation of human rights, democracy, suppressing the media, Miriam, it is a matter of time that you will be caught. That's what I have to say. And other countries which have gone that, which have behaved
in that manner,
the way Tanzania is behaving, they don't continue growing. The graph has reached at the peak and it will start dropping down. You cannot survive. And in fact, let me tell you, Miriam, we normally assume that all is well in Tanzania, Miriam. The fact that the Tanzanians are keeping quiet, one day you will see what will happen. It is unfortunate. It is fortunate that their founding father of the nation united them and ensured them to see themselves as one. But when you start mistreating people, when you start treating people unfairly, when you want to be you are the Mr. Right and you are the final say, Miriam, there is something very difficult. But however, I pray that let us embrace democracy. Let us respect human rights. Let us respect the media and the journalists, Miriam. Let us practice democracy. That's what will take our countries forward. Let us not isolate ourselves. Like now with on issue of COVID-19, Miriam, hear this. In some point in time when we are going to know the kind of the numbers of the people who have died in Tanzania, he may be a candidate of international criminal courts. See how President Trump has found himself difficult in problem on the way he handled on COVID-19. In fact, he's struggling to say he has found the vaccine, he has done this. So Miriam, when you don't want to be to play to the rules of international regulations or reality, you will find yourself in a very, very awkward situation.
All right, thank you, Javan. He has banned a television station for daring to contradict his claim that there's no COVID-19 in Tanzania, and also he has closed another newspaper there. And foreign reporter, if you go right now from Kenya, I'll be considered a foreign reporter. I cannot go to interview people by myself. A government official has to accompany me. So once I go there and wants to interview an eyewitness or get their views, a Tanzanian, and I'm there with the police, I mean, they can't really talk.
It's so unfortunate that, the media, people should get this. The media is a voice to the voiceless, and these are some of the roles of the media. And a person who have gone to a class of media will understand that media is there to educate and to inform the people. When you start intimidating the media, and they are called the members of the fourth estate, now it's meaning that you are keeping your people in darkness. They don't know what is happening. And when people lack information, they can be manipulated easily because they don't know where they stand. And this is so unfortunate that even journalists in this era, they are being intimidated. Not only journalists, but even the social media in Tanzania, it is somehow ill-regulated. You cannot post some things, especially when you talk of the president of the day. And this is something that kills the democracy of the people because they can't express their views in the right way. And you asked of this election. This is an election that we already know the result. We know we expect what will happen because the President Magufuli is one kind of a person who is full of himself. It's a person who thinks that he is the only way and his way is the right one. Nobody should oppose it. You see how he is intimidating the opposition. And when a country lacks the opposition, when a country lacks alternative, now things start cooking up because when people want to have a change and you are blocking them from going that direction, it's like trying to block the way of a river. Then you'll have a problem at the end of the day because when the river will overflow, it will sweep everything away. And this is exactly the situation that is happening in Tanzania. And I think at the fullness of time, this Tanzania, the professor have said that they are silent. Maybe they are silent because they have nowhere to channel their challenges, because even foreign media and journalists are detained from covering what is happening. These people might having problems, their voice is not heard. But at the right time, when their voice will be heard, the world will see the kind of violations the people of Tanzania are going through, the kind of hard times they are going through. And at the end of the day, I think Tanzania will not be the same again. If this spirit continues and these things continue cooking up, things will fall apart in Tanzania. And that is not our prayer. Our prayer is that President Magufuli, the buck stops at him. He should come up straight and start giving people space to express their views, freedom to carry out their things, freedom to petition, to demonstrate, and to do other things. That is the way to go. And I think as Africa, we are growing democracy, and that is the way we should take. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Javan Karanja, all the way from Nanyuki there. Thank you so much, Javan, for your time today on the show. All right. All right, I'm saying thank you. We have concluded the show. Thank you so much for your time today. All right.
See you tomorrow.
All right, thank you so much. And also, Professor there, thank you so much, Professor Jared Onyari.
Asante sana.
All right, very well. This has been Africa Showdown, and earlier Dr. Matanga left the conversation a few minutes ago, but we've looked at some of the key things that are happening here, and we started with Kenya, the death of a constitutionalist, and also we looked at the BBI, what next for Kenya, and too late for new reforms, and also in Africa. We looked at Zimbabwe. Today, Zimbabwe, SADC is leading the South Africa side in Africa indeed to say no to sanctions that have really affected Zimbabwe and its population there. And also we looked at Nigeria in the midst of what's going on there and the protest. What are the underlying core issues and what could be the possible solutions? And Tanzania, what next after October 28th? Tanzania is going for its elections on October 28th. That I think should be on Wednesday, so we shall be here to bring you the latest. Thank you so much. My name is Miriam Ogutu. Thank you for watching and a very good afternoon to you.